Good evening and welcome to Jeevan's News at 8. I'm Jinsha Manieri. First a look at the top stories of the day. Krishnadas arrest, High Court flays police again. Bar Council against Jishnu's mother on allegation against judge. Supreme Court cancelled admission in Kannur Karuna medical colleges. Submitted documents were not proper. Kundra sexual abuse case, another complaint filed against accused. Granted capital punishment, says Chemmanam Chako. Babri demolition case, Supreme Court postponed hearing case against Advani and others tomorrow. Britain follows US, ordered electronic devices ban on flights from 6 Muslim majority countries. News in detail. The Kerala High Court censured police again over the arrest of Nehru College chairman P. Krishnadas in the student assault case, and the court asked the police to reveal the circumstances in which Krishnadas was arrested, and the court has rejected the bail application of Krishnadas. At the same time, the Bar Council has criticized Jishnu Pranoy's mother Mahesh, who raised allegation against the judge who considered the anticipatory bail plea of Krishnadas.
The court also rejected the bail application of the others accused, including College Administrative Executive Valsala Kumaran and the physical trainer Govindan Kutti. However, the College Administrative Manager Sukumaran, the sixth accused, has been granted bail. The High Court will consider Krishnadas' bail plea on today. The prosecution argued that Krishnadas is very influential and will try to influence the investigation is left free on bail. The prosecution also informed the court that Krishnadas need to be retained in custody for further questioning. The court rejected Krishnadas' bail plea, taking into account these arguments by the prosecution. The Bar Council will seek an explanation from Mahesh for raising such an allegation. After hearing her explanation, further legal procedure will be initiated. Mahesh had submitted a complaint before the Kerala Chief Justice, saying that the judge who was considering the anticipatory bail application of P. Krishnadas had linked with the Nehru Group. The second accused, Pampadi Nehru College Public Relation Officer Sajid Vishwanathan, and the fourth accused, Lekdi College Administrative Manager Srinivasan, are absconding. The people have charged the arrest with more than 7 criminal cases, including attempt to murder, threatening to illegal custody of the victim, physical abuse and verbal abuse. Krishnadas is also an accused in the death of Jishnu Pranoy, a student of Nehru College of Engineering in Pampadi. News Desk, Jeevan.
Supreme Court cancelled admission to 180 seats in Kannur Karuna medical colleges, giving strong message to erring medical colleges. And the Supreme Court has today cancelled the admission to 180 MBBS seats in Kannur and Karuna medical colleges in Kerala.
Sending a strong message to the erring medical colleges, the Supreme Court today cancelled the admission to 180 MBBS seats in Kannur and Karuna medical colleges in Kerala. As per the order, admission to 150 seats in Kannur Medical College and 30 seats in Karuna Medical Colleges were cancelled. Reinstating the High Court order in October 2016, the Supreme Court observed that admission documents submitted by the medical colleges were not proper. The court also barred the medical colleges from conducting readmission to these seats for 2016-17 academic year. Dismissing the medical colleges' appeals that cancelling the admission would affect the future of the students, the Supreme Court observed that allowing such admission would set a bad example to erring medical colleges. News Desk, Jeevan.
Youth Congress Vice President Mahesh has left the Congress party after lashing out against the top leadership of the parties through a Facebook post yesterday. He stated that Congress Vice President Rahul Gandhi must make a way for others if he is not interested in leading the party in the FB post.
CR Mahesh declared that he is ending his involvement in active politics in a press conference held today afternoon. He also made clear that he is not resigning from the party or has any plans to join any other party. He stated that he has not submitted his resignation as the Vice President of Youth Congress and that his leadership position will naturally go to another person as he is quitting active politics.
രാഷ്ട്രീയ രംഗത്തുനിന്ന് മാറി നിൽക്കാൻ ഞാൻ ആഗ്രഹിക്കുകയാണ്. കോൺഗ്രസ് രക്ഷപ്പെടണം, കോൺഗ്രസ് രാജ്യത്ത് തിരിച്ചു വരണം. പക്ഷേ ഇതൊരു മധുരമായ ഒരു പ്രതികാരമായി, ഒരു ശക്തമായ ഒരു പ്രതിഷേധമായി ജീവനുള്ള കാലത്തോളം കോൺഗ്രസ് മാനസികാവസ്ഥയുള്ള ആൾ തന്നെയായിരിക്കും. ഇപ്പോൾ തൽക്കാലം ഞാൻ എൻ്റെ മാനസികാവസ്ഥ തൽക്കാലം ഒന്ന് മാറി നിൽക്കുകയാണ് രാഷ്ട്രീയ രംഗം.
Mahesh contested as a Congress candidate in 2016 Assembly polls from Karunagapalli. He was never afraid of criticizing the top leadership of his party and has done so many times in the past. But this time his comments on Rahul Gandhi raised a few eyebrows within the party leadership. It is believed that that's the incident prompted Mahesh to take such a drastic measure. His post in Facebook yesterday has stirred a huge controversy, but the steeping in a former Chief Minister Oommen Chandy and leader of opposition Ramesh Chennithala against his statement is what prompted Ramesh to make his stand very clear. Ramesh in his Facebook post had also stated that it's been 2 weeks since the KPCC is without a leader and that organization should lead protest against the administrative failure in LDF and BJP is silent. The drew comparison between the Nero of Rome and the Congress party leadership in his post. He had also stated that he is no longer interested to go ahead with the party's usual settlement politics, groupism, backstabbing of own candidates, corruption, illegal hoarding of wealth and lack of any definite ideology. News Desk, Jeevan.
Former Chief Minister Oommen Chandy said the Wednesday that criticism levelled against the Congress national leadership does not have any relevance, pointing out that the raising criticism against the national leadership is not correct. Chandy said that the Congress is a party which is conscious about democratic values.
ഇന്നലെ ഡൽഹിയിൽ നിന്ന് ICC സെക്രട്ടറി എന്നെ വിളിച്ചു എന്നുള്ളൊരു മെസ്സേജ് എനിക്ക് കിട്ടി. ഞാൻ യാത്രയിലായിരുന്നു, അതുകൊണ്ട് ഞങ്ങൾക്ക് തമ്മിൽ സംസാരിക്കാൻ സാധിച്ചില്ല. ഇന്ന് ഞാൻ കോണ്ടാക്ട് ചെയ്യും. സംഘടനാ തിരഞ്ഞെടുപ്പ് നടന്നാൽ സംഘടനയ്ക്ക് കൂടുതൽ ഊർജ്ജസ്വലത വരും. നേതൃത്വവും സംഘടനാ തിരഞ്ഞെടുപ്പുമായിട്ട് ഒരു ബന്ധവുമില്ല.
3 more accused surrenders in the case where 16-year-old Gelton delivered a baby following sexual abuse by a priest at Kottayur in Kannur. Sister Dr. Thessie Jose, Sister Dr. Anzi Matthew and Dr. Haider Ali surrendered before Peravu Circle Inspector and Sunil Kumar early today morning. With this, the total number of persons surrendered have reached to 8. After questioning them, they will be produced in the court considering POSCO cases. The High Court had earlier directed to grant them bail after producing the 3 in the court. Sister Anisha, who helped to shift the baby to Waitlist, and Sister Liz Maria have to surrender again. Father Robin Vadakunjeri have sexually abused the girl has been remanded and is in the Kannur Special Sub-Jail. Thangamma Nillayani, second accused in the case, 8th accused Sister Philia, 9th accused Father Thomas Joseph Teragam and 10th accused Dr. Betty Jose had surrendered earlier are not out in bail. News Desk, Jeevan. Another complaint was received against the accused in the Kundra sexual abuse case, and the mother of 14-year-old who committed suicide in 2010 has lodged a complaint with the police.
In a shocking turn of events, the family of a 14-year-old boy who allegedly committed suicide in 2010 in Kundara, near here alleged that their son was murdered by Victor, was recently arrested for raping his granddaughter for over a year. A boy was found hanging in their house, which is next to Victor's, when the child's mother returned home in the night from the hospital where her husband was undergoing treatment. Days after his death, Victor's son Shibu himself told the boys over the phone that the father and son do kill the minor child.
എനിക്ക് എൻ്റെ മോനെ കൊന്നതിന് ഉത്തരവാദികൾ ഈ ഞണ്ട് വിജയനും അവൻ്റെ കുടുംബം മാത്രം. അതല്ല എൻ്റെ പൊന്നുമോൻ ഒരിക്കലും എൻ്റെ കുഞ്ഞത് ചെയ്യത്തില്ലെന്ന് എനിക്ക് നല്ല ഉറപ്പുണ്ട്. കാരണം അവൻ പലതവണ ഈ ഷിബു, ഈ ഞണ്ട് വിജയൻ്റെ മകൻ ഷിബു പലതവണ പറഞ്ഞിട്ടുണ്ട്, നിൻ്റെ പെങ്ങളെ ഞാൻ ഗുണ്ടകളെ കൊണ്ടുവന്ന് ബലാത്സംഗം ചെയ്ത് കൊന്ന് കെട്ടിത്തൂക്കുമെന്ന്. അങ്ങനെ എൻ്റെ മോളാണെന്നും പറഞ്ഞ് അവൻ കയറിയതാണ്. പക്ഷേ കിട്ടിയത് എൻ്റെ മോനെ. മരിച്ചതിൻ്റെ അന്ന് രാത്രി ഒരു 9-10 മണിയായി കാണും, വീട്ടിൽ ഫോൺ കോൾ വരുന്നു. അപ്പം ഞാൻ ഫോൺ എടുത്തിട്ട് സംസാരിച്ചില്ല. എൻ്റെ മോളി എന്ന് ഫോൺ എടുത്തപ്പം പറഞ്ഞ്, നിന്നെ ആയിരുന്നടി കരുതിയിരുന്നത്, കിട്ടിയ നിൻ്റെ ആങ്ങളെയാണ്, അതുകൊണ്ട് ഇനി നീ കരുതലോടിരുന്നോളണമെന്ന് പറഞ്ഞു.
The woman in her complaint stated that the Kundara case accused and his son had murdered her son, and though she had filed a complaint in 2010 itself, no action was initiated or investigation held. The allegation by the woman against the accused came after the accused confirmed to have sexually assaulted a minor girl for over an year, which resulted in her death. The accused has been charged for abetment to suicide. News Desk, Jeevan.
Opposition leader Ramesh Chennithala told that he welcomes the opinion of Kodiyeri Balakrishnan that the Malappuram by-poll election is an assessment of present government. He asked Chief Minister Pinarayi Vijayan is resigned if LDF failed in Malappuram election.
സംസ്ഥാനത്ത് അങ്ങ് ഒരറ്റം മുതൽ മറ്റൊരറ്റം വരെ നടക്കുന്ന സ്ത്രീ പീഡനങ്ങൾ, കുട്ടികൾക്കെതിരായ പീഡനങ്ങൾ, അതിൽ 13 പോലീസ് ഉദ്യോഗസ്ഥന്മാരെ സസ്പെൻഡ് ചെയ്യേണ്ടി വന്നു. ഇതുപോലെ ഏതെങ്കിലും ഒരു കാലഘട്ടത്തിൽ ഉണ്ടായിട്ടുണ്ടോ? ഒരു സംഭവം ഉണ്ടായാൽ ശക്തമായ നടപടി സ്വീകരിച്ചാൽ അടുത്ത സംഭവം ഉണ്ടായില്ല. ഇവിടെ നിരന്തരമായ പീഡനങ്ങൾ സ്ത്രീകൾക്കെതിരായും കുട്ടികൾക്കെതിരായും ഉണ്ടാകുന്നു. അവിടെ എല്ലാം ഒന്നുകിൽ പോലീസ് നിഷ്ക്രിയമാകുന്നു, അല്ലെങ്കിൽ പോലീസ് കുറ്റക്കാരെ സഹായിക്കുന്നു.
Poet Jeevan English said that the capital punishment is the best punishment to against the atrocities against women. He alleged that police is irresponsible towards investigation in rape cases, and he told to the Jeevan News in Cochin.
ദുഷ്ടമാർഗങ്ങൾ തടയുവാൻ കൊലപാതകികൾക്ക് നൽകുന്നതുപോലെ വധശിക്ഷ തന്നെ നൽകിയാലല്ലാതെ ഇതിന് പരിഹാരമുണ്ടാകുമെന്ന് ഞാൻ വിചാരിക്കുന്നില്ല. കടുത്ത ശിക്ഷ ഏർപ്പെടുത്തുക എന്നുള്ളത് വളരെ ഗൗരവപൂർവ്വം സർക്കാർ ആലോചിക്കേണ്ട ഒരു കാര്യമാണ്.
In Jeevan English's opinion, the capital punishment is the best punishment to raise the atrocities against women. Police is irresponsible towards investigation in recap cases. Police did not take strong action against these crimes. This drives the total of the crime against women.
പോലീസ് വേഷമണിഞ്ഞ് കാഴ്ചക്കാരായി നിൽക്കുന്ന രംഗങ്ങളാണ് പലപ്പോഴും ഇങ്ങനെയുള്ള അപകട രംഗങ്ങളിൽ കാണുന്നത്. ഇവിടെ അതിക്രമങ്ങളെ നേരിടുവാനും കുറയ്ക്കുവാനുമുള്ള അവരുടെ ചുമതല നിർവഹിക്കാത്തത് കുറ്റകൃത്യങ്ങൾ വർദ്ധിക്കുവാനുള്ള ഒരു പ്രധാന കാരണമാണ്. അത് സർക്കാരിൻ്റെ ഒരു കഴിവുകേടായി തന്നെ ഞാൻ കാണുന്നു.
Social media's influence and the fast food is a habit also causes of the increased attacks of society. He also added that the sexual education should also included in curriculum.
ലൈംഗിക വിദ്യാഭ്യാസം കുട്ടികൾക്ക് നൽകുക, അത് ലഭിക്കുകയാണെങ്കിൽ തന്നെ കുറേയെല്ലാം അവർക്ക് ലൈംഗികമായ അതിക്രമങ്ങൾ എന്താണെന്ന് മനസ്സിലാക്കിയിട്ട് അതിൻ്റെ അപകടാവസ്ഥയിൽ നിന്ന് രക്ഷ നേടുവാനുള്ള ഒരു പ്രേരണയുണ്ടാകും.
Jeevan News, Cochin.
Today is World Water Day. On this day, one of the biggest concerns India faces is the lack of proper drinking water. Currently, nearly 77 million Indians lack access, which amounts to 5% of the country's population. The river Periyar is one of the most dammed rivers of the world and is the lifeline of about 6 million people of Kerala. Now it's highly polluted due to the inflow of untreated domestic industrial wastes and agriculture runoff.
പെരിയാരേ പെരിയാരേ പർവത നിറയുടെ പനിനീ.
This river gives birth to many poems and stories. The 244-kilometer-long Periyar rise rise from the Shivakari peak in the Western Ghats. Once the waters of the river earlier had medical properties and were considered as a cure for many skin diseases. But some have been so much degraded that a dip in the river may invite all sorts of infections. As per the estimate of Kerala Pollution Control Board, about 67,400 litres of effluents are daily being discharged into the river.
പെരിയാർ പർവ്വതനിരയുടെ പരിധിയിലായിരുന്നു. കിഴക്കൻ മലകളിൽ പശ്ചിമഘട്ടത്തിൽ കരിഞ്ഞു വരുന്ന നീലക്കൊടുവേലിയുടെയും ഔഷധ സസ്യങ്ങളുടെയും വേരുകളിൽ തട്ടി ഒഴുകി വരുന്ന പെരിയാർ ജലത്തിൽ കുടിച്ചാൽ അസുഖങ്ങൾ മാറിക്കൊണ്ടിരുന്ന ഒരു കാലഘട്ടമുണ്ടായിരുന്നു. പെരിയാറിൽ മണൽനിരപ്പിൽ കൂടി ഒഴുകിപ്പോകുന്ന വെള്ളത്തെ, അങ്ങനെ പളുങ്കുപടി പോലെയുള്ള വെള്ളത്തെ യാതൊരു ട്രീറ്റ്മെൻറ്റും ഇല്ലാതെ ജനങ്ങൾ നേരിട്ട് കൈക്കുമ്പിളിലെടുത്ത് കുടിച്ചുകൊണ്ടിരുന്ന ഒരു കാലമുണ്ടായിരുന്നു.
This contains highly toxic rare earth chloride, rare earth oxide, formic acid, copper sulfate, aluminum ingots, ammonium sulfate and sulfuric acid are largely generated by 50 large and medium and 2,500 small-scale industries. Excessive and mining they also much deepen the riverbed that saline incursion is inevitable.
ഇതിലില്ലാത്ത മാലിന്യങ്ങളില്ല, ഇതിലില്ലാത്ത മറ്റു ജൈവ മാലിന്യങ്ങളോ രാസമാലിന്യങ്ങളോ കുറവാണ്. ഇതിലിപ്പോൾ കുളിച്ചു കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ മറ്റു പ്രദേശങ്ങളിൽ പോയി ഒന്നുകൂടെ കുളിച്ചില്ലെങ്കിൽ ദേഹത്തിൻ്റെ ചൊറിച്ചിലും ദേഹാസ്വാസ്ഥ്യവും മാറിക്കിട്ടുകയില്ല എന്ന സ്ഥിതിവിശേഷത്തിലേക്കാണ് നാം എത്തിയിരിക്കുന്നത്. അപ്പോൾ അതുപോലെ മലിനമായി.
The Periyar Basin is densely populated. Domestic waste from 41 panchayats, 3 municipalities and Kochi city make the river a mobile garbage dump. Pesticides also find their way into the river throughout the agriculture runoff. The Periyar Action Plan with an estimated cost of Rs 213 crore have been prepared to improve the quality of river water.
News Desk, Jeevan.
And there are lots more of day's news after the short break. Do stay tuned. Welcome back. You are watching Jeevan's News at 8. The Supreme Court on Wednesday adjourned the hearing till tomorrow in examining the issue of reviving conspiracy charge against the accused like senior BJP leader L.K. Advani, M.M. Joshi, now Governor of Rajasthan Kalyan Singh and now Union Minister Uma Bharati, which were dropped earlier in the demolition of the disputed Ram Janmabhoomi Babri structure in Ayodhya in 1992 as the original bench was not viable.
The matter was heard on March 6 by bench of Justice B.C. Ghosh and R.F. Nariman, but due to the changes in roster of judges, the bench no longer sits together. We cannot hear the matter today as my brother judge in the case is not with me, Justice Ghosh said while slating the hearing on Thursday. The hearing assumed significance and came after another bench and urged all parties case for an out-of-court settlement in the Ram Janmabhoomi Babri Masjid dispute with the Chief Justice of India himself offering to mediate. During the previous hearing, Justice Nariman had remarked that 13 persons were discharged only the technical grounds. Today we are seeing why can't the club both cases have a joint trial into the two FIRs lodged to wake of demolition of dispute structure. One trial is going in the Lucknow and one in Raebareli. We will not accept the discharge on technical grounds. First case is lodged against L.K. Advani and others who were the ties at Ramkada Kunj in Ayodhya on December 6, 1992 when the mosque was demolished. While the other case is against lack of Karsevaks who were present in the round of the structure at that time. CBI had challenged the 2010 order of the High Court which had upheld the court's decision to drop the charge against leaders. The agency had also evoked the charges under 120B of IPC which was quashed by the special court whose decision was upheld by the High Court. News Desk, Jeevan.
Passengers can avail the opportunity of travelling in Rajdhani or Shatabdi trains. Railway is launching a new scheme from April 1st, under which the waitlisted passengers can get confirmed accommodation in the next alternative train if they opt for the option while booking their tickets.
WICLAP, the alternative train accommodation scheme, aims to utilize vacant berths in many premier trains, including Rajdhani, Shatabdi, Turanda and other special services. Describing the scheme as a passenger-friendly move to provide confirmed accommodation to waitlisted passengers in alternative trains, a senior railway minister official said that they aim to achieve the twin objectives of providing confirmed accommodation to waitlisted passengers and ensure optimum utilization of available accommodation by the scheme. After the introduction of flexi fare system in premier trains, some berths are going vacant while at the same time many passengers could not be accommodated in other mail express trains due to huge demand. The system is available for online ticketing now, but it will be extended to over-the-counter sale also, as the required software is being readied for the purpose. As per the scheme, waitlisted passengers of the train would be given an option of getting confirmed accommodation in the next train running on the route. While there is a huge demand for train berths in certain sectors rounded the year and some routes witness increased rush during the festive season, the name of the passengers who has been provided accommodation in the alternative train will not be figured in the waitlisted charts of the original train. And adding that the separate list of passenger transport in alternative train will be pasted along with the confirmed and waitlist charts. News Desk, Jeevan.
A court in Jaipur on today sentenced the two people in life imprisonment for the AJMER Dargah blast in 2007 that killed 3 people and wounded 17. The special NIA court had found two touring activists Sunil Joshi and Devendra Gupta guilty of planning the blast and Bhawanesh Pal Patel for planting the explosive.
Gupta and RSS activists and Patel were have to serve life in jail, the court ruled. They were convicted under various sections of the IPC for criminal conspiracy and under sections of the Explosive Substance Act and the Unlawful Activities Prevention Act. The explosion of the famous train of the Sufi saint Khaja Muhyiddin Christ in Rajasthan's Ajmer on October 11, 2007 came to be known as an act of right-wing terror, a team of triggered and furious political debate because of the arrest of the members of the right-wing outfits. The National Investigation Agency took over the probe from the Rajasthan Anti-Terrorism Squad. Initially, police blamed Islamic terror groups. The latter confession by Asimana shifted on the focus of Hindu groups. National Desk, Jeevan.
Union Finance Minister Arun Jaitley on Wednesday said that the GST will transform complex and indirect tax system to simple system, even as he emphasized that the pan-India tax regime. Underlining that GST will be the biggest reforms, he said that Narendra Modi government is trying to implement it by July 1st.
Finance Minister Arun Jaitley retired that demonetization will act as a disincentive to continue with shadow economy. He also hailed Prime Minister Modi's much debated move to scrap Rs 500 and 1000 notes, saying it negated informal with the formal economy. Emphasizing that the GDP will be bigger and cleaner, Finance Minister said that India will continue to remain the fastest growing economy and attaining 7 to 8% growth is reasonably possible. He was addressing the 23rd Conference of Auditors General Commonwealth Nations and British Overseas Territories in New Delhi. This is the first time in India is hosting this prestigious conference. The Finance Ministry in a statement said that the representative of participating nations will look into the scope of locating technology in public audit as well as a share experience on environment audit. It is said the 3-day conference will be attended by 52 Commonwealth countries and 9 British Overseas Territories. The auditing organization in these countries come together every 3 years to discuss the major challenges before them. The last such conference was held in Malta in 2014. Jaitley had moved on unprecedented 40 amendments to a 7-week All-Finance Bill 2017, which was strongly opposed by opposition parties led by RSP and the BJD, which felt the government was tagging alone non-tax bills in the legislation to make the money bill, obtaining the need for a nod from Rajya Sabha, where it does not have a majority yet. News Desk, Jeevan.
The government has decided to restrict the limit of cash transaction up to Rs 2 lakh from April 1st, to further tightening a budget proposal that had kept the limit of Rs 3 lakh to curb the black money means, and presenting the budget for 2017-18. Finance Minister Arun Jaitley had proposed to insert section in the Income Tax Act to state that no person shall receive an amount of Rs 3 lakh or more by the way to cash in aggregate.
Any cash transactions beyond Rs 2 lakh will be illegal, and adding the proposal is a part of the official amendments to the Finance Bill 2017. Presenting the budget for 2017-18, Finance Minister Jaitley had proposed that the Income Tax Act to state that no person shall receive an amount of Rs 3 lakhs or more by way of cash is in aggregate from a person in a day, in respect of a single transaction or in respect of a transaction relating to one event or occasions from a person. However, such restrictions will not be applicable to the government, any banking company, post office savings bank or cooperative bank. With this limit, an early provision of imposing 1% tax at a source for sale of jewellery over Rs 5 lakh in cash will be omitted according to the budget documents. Jaitley had also said that the government had decided to accept the recommendation of the Special Investigation Team, and the black money of no transaction above Rs 3 lakh will be allowed in cash. Illustrating the concept of penalty on cash transaction, Adya had earlier told that if someone buys an expensive watch beyond a stipulated limit in cash, it is the shopkeeper who will have to pay the tax. The government will track large cash transaction and check avenues of consumption through cash. News Desk, Jeevan.
The centre make plans to make having an Aadhaar card mandatory for filing income tax return. Aadhaar card will also be made compulsory to apply for PAN card, and adding plans to introduce a new income tax return for may also be on these cards. While presenting the budget, Finance Minister Arun Jaitley had said that the government would take steps to simplify filing tax return as part of the efforts to widen the tax net. It's time for another short break, but do stay with us. Welcome back. A crucial bill to ensure equal rights to people affected by HIV and AIDS in getting treatment, admission in educational institutions and jobs was passed by the Rajya Sabha. HIV and AIDS Prevention and Control Bill 2014, moved by the Health Minister J.P. Nadda, was passed in the upper house by a voice vote.
During the debate on the measures, many members suggested amending the Section 14 of the bill to remove the phrase "as far as possible" for providing medical treatment to centre and the state to those infected with the HIV and AIDS. In his reply to the debate, JP Nadda said, "I would like to inform the House that while making the rules, we will ensure that nobody is denied treatment and we are committed to providing medical treatment to all those living with the HIV or AIDS. We are going with an aggressive policy." Stressing the government's commitment to the issue, the minister said, "India will treat anyone with HIV and AIDS. Anyone in India having HIV or AIDS, the government of India will take care of the treatment." He said there will be a provision in the rules to provide justification for denying treatment to the patients. A large number of members were of the view that the phrase "as far as possible" would defeat the purpose of the bill as it provides the leeway to the centre and the state. The section says the measures to be taken with the central or state government under Sector 30 shall include measures to providing as far as possible antiretroviral therapy and opportunistic management to people living with the HIV or AIDS. The minister said the passage of the bill to make the historic day because of the government can now ensure the better quality of life to the people living with these diseases. On the members' concern of the insufficient allocation for the National AIDS Control Program, Nadda said 2,000 crore has been allocated for this year and there is no question of reducing funds for the central scheme. News Desk, Jeevan.
Before I interrupt the news, headlines once again. Krishnadas arrest, High Court flays police again. Bar Council against Jishnu's mother on allegation against it. Supreme Court cancelled admission in Kannur Karna medical colleges. Submitted documents were not proper. Kundra sexual abuse case, another complaint filed against accused. Granted capital punishment, says Chemmanam Chako. Babri demolition case, Supreme Court postponed hearing case against Advani and others tomorrow. Britain follows US, ordered electronic devices ban on flights from 6 Muslim majority countries. And that's all for now from the English News Desk. Thank you for watching and good night.